Hey guys, Corey Correa here. Welcome to Blue Talks, and I hope you enjoy this video.
All right, I want to first thank the Blue Talks team for having me here today. It's truly an honor to be here at Oxford University. It's actually been a dream of mine. I tell people often that I'm from London, so now I can actually say I went back to visit home. So I heard this song the other day, and the song was called I Just Can't Tell It All. And when I first heard the song, it hit a little different for me because there's parts of my story that I just can't tell it all because there's still some pain that I haven't healed from. So it really struck a nerve with me deep down inside my spirit. So how many of you all feel like sometimes you just have a story that still has pain associated with it, that hasn't been healed, that you just can't tell it all? Absolutely. So I'll start off with my question. So what happens when your hero disappoints you? I'm not talking about Thor or Iron Man. I'm talking about the man who's supposed to be there at my school picking me up after practice. The man who's supposed to be in the stands yelling my name. I'm talking about the superhero I called Dad, who was in a jail cell instead of my life. For me, I was 12 years old. Just imagine being in middle school, crowded hallways, and your friends walk up to you and say, "Yo, I heard your dad was incarcerated. He's locked up." I didn't cry. I just thought to myself, again? See, this wasn't the first time being incarcerated, but this time it hit a little different. I was a boy becoming a man, and I thought he was the last person that I thought would leave me. By 12 years old, I'd already been to 3 different states, 3 different schools, 3 different set of friends I had to leave behind. I was angry. I was disappointed. You're supposed to be my superhero, but you caused more pain than any villain ever could. I still have my mother. She taught me how to pray. She taught me how to have faith and gave me something to believe in. She worked double shifts in a factory just to keep food on the table. And I wish I could say I used that as motivation to be the man that she needed while my father was away, knowing what she was going through, but it didn't. As I grew older, I became colder. I started drinking, drugging, running the streets, and robbing. Not that I thought I was tough, I just didn't know how to heal. Age 19, courtroom. Felony assault on a police officer. I'm standing there in shackles, hands and feet. Head high, feeling no remorse. Then I look in the crowd and I lock eyes with my mother. And I see the same tears I seen as a child when my father was incarcerated, but this time, I was causing the pain. How can I be so selfish to hurt the one person that I'm supposed to protect? How did I become a version of my father? In that moment, I made a decision. I made a vow that I would never be the cause of my mother's hurt again. See, that's the moment most people don't talk about. When you look in the mirror and you realize that you're the one to blame. I didn't just want to erase my past. I wanted to rewrite my future. And you know why? Because I believe the kid in me deserved better. Just as some of you all do. All of you deserve better too. So I created a framework that not only took me from the child of an incarcerated father, but took me to the child of an incarcerated father to coordinate intelligence for the President of the United States. I'm talking about me, a kid born in DC, who used to drink, drug, rob, run the streets. This is what happens when you stop running from your story and you started owning it. Now I'd like to break down the framework for you. The framework is feel it, flip it, and flex it. 3 steps, simple yet powerful. In that cold jail cell and solitary, feeling like the walls were closing in, I couldn't run anymore. I had to feel the weight of my decisions. I had to feel the weight of my mother breaking down because of me. And after I felt it, I realized I wasn't just carrying my father's story, I was repeating it. And once you feel it and you realize what you got going on, then you have the power to confront it. But once you confront it, you got to make a decision. Either you can stay stuck in it or you can flip it. I chose to flip it. I started asking, why not me instead of why me? 2 years later, Navy boot camp graduation. My mother's there, same tears. But this time, it's tears of joy. And for the first time in my life, I believe that I can do more. Sometimes you have to borrow somebody else's belief until you get your own. But once you get your own, okay, now it's time to flex it. Flexing means you're not only carrying the message, you are the message. You see, carrying the message, it tells people what's possible. Being the message proves what's possible. And it hits different when you're the message. Flexing that I'm a first-generation college student. First generation with 2 degrees, a bachelor's in administration and a master's in strategic intelligence. First generation Navy veteran. First generation cycle breaker, going from a child of an incarcerated father to coordinating daily intelligence for the President of the United States. I want to leave you with 3 questions that changed my life. I want you to think of these every morning, and I want you to meditate on these every night. What truth do I need to feel, even if it hurts? What is that one thing that's holding you back from getting to the next level? What is that one thing that keeps you up at night? It could be a loss of a parent, a loss of a loved one. It could be a relationship problem. It could be a marriage. It can be a bad friend. It could be a lot of things. But what is that one thing that's keeping you up at night that you're avoiding feeling? Because you can't heal what you can't feel. So first of all, you have to feel it first. And then once you get to the point after you feel like I'm there, I know what it is that I'm feeling and I need to figure it out, then I want you to figure out, how do you flip that story you've been telling yourself all this time? How do you flip that story telling yourself that I'm not worthy? I'm not the person that should be in this position. I don't deserve this or I don't deserve that. When are you going to stop telling yourself the story that's keeping you stuck and not pushing you in life towards the goals and the dreams that you want to do? And then after that, I want you to think about the good part. How am I going to flex my growth to the world? How am I going to let the world see that you no longer have hold on me, that you no longer can stop me, that there's nothing you can do to me? I've been through everything. Now it's time for me to flex my growth to the world. What does that look like for you? Is that standing up here on the stage, talking to people, inspiring people? Is that going globally? What is that dream? What is your far-fetched dream? How are you going to flex your growth to the world? Not to your area, not to your zip code, but to the world. You see, this is how we go from overlooked to unstoppable. Now, I'm not just here to inspire you. I'm just here to let you know that you will have moments like I did. Moments where you will have to make a decision. Moments where your past will haunt you and try to bring you back. What I want to let you know is you have to make a choice. Are you going to be like the people that you don't want to be like, or you want to be like your past, or you're going to break the cycle and be better than them. Your future self, you owe it to. Your old self has to die. It's almost like being resurrected. Your old self dies and your new self is born again. I just want to leave you with this. If it's possible for me, a child, shackled at 19, to a man at 35, coordinating intelligence for the president, then it's possible for each one of you. See, I'm not up here just delivering a message. I'm not the messenger. I am the message. Thank you very much.